All right, I'm now being joined on the program by the director of the International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law, Mr. Emeka Umeagbalasi, who joins us on the program all the way from Anambra State. Mr. Umeagbalasi, thank you very much for joining us on the program. Your report, I mean, quite scary, I must say, and coming at a time, of course, when a UN agency also says that 70% of the small arms and light weapons we have in the whole of West Africa is in Nigeria. I mean, you definitely would have seen that report. Just how worried are you by this development?
Well, the statement by the UN agency, has succeeded in raising an international concern about the proliferation of small arms and light weapons in Nigeria. In as much as we agree, the figure they dished out to the fact that out of 500 million, putting the amount of million small arms in West Africa, about 350 million taxation in Nigeria. So I think that figure is to us is so good. But that notwithstanding, the point remains that the UN agency has also joined in the group concerned over the proliferation of these small arms and the light weapons in Nigeria. So both those in wrong hands and right hands, both licitly and illicitly. Yes.
Let's get this straight. Your own organization did a survey, and in your own report, you estimate that around 4.5 million small arms and light weapons are active. They are active daily in Nigeria. But tell us about your report now. Just how did you go about it, and how did you gather the information that you've now put out?
Yeah, a lot of research, a lot of investigations. A lot of investigations were done, and using the available statistics, internationally, regionally, and sub-regionally, and of course locally, and they married them within the confines of the existing laws. For instance, the Firearms Act of 2004, and so on and so forth. We were able to credibly estimate that between 4.5 million and 5 million small arms and light weapons may most likely be in circulation in Nigeria. And within that figure, we are able to establish too that going by various international reports, like one of such reports is, came from an organization, a credible international organization that is based in Sydney, Australia, called the Reform Policies.org, that was able to, project, the totality estimated, number of small arms and light weapons in Nigeria, in Nigeria. As far back as 2001, the then Minister of Defense, Joko Donjima, then estimated that there were estimated 1 million small arms and light weapons in wrong hands and in circulation in Nigeria then. But of course, one of the factors that led to spiral increase in quantity of small arms and light weapons across Africa, particularly West Africa and Nigeria, has to do with the Cold War, the end of Cold War. So since then, the thing has the menace of small arms, or the quantity of small arms and light weapons have quadrupled. So that is the fact in Nigeria. So we are now, going by aggregation, after aggregating and congregating various statistics and local findings, we were able to estimate credibly that not less than 4.5 to 5 million small arms and light weapons are in circulation in Nigeria.
Okay. Can I ask you this? I mean, fact is that whether it's 4.5 million or the figure quoted by other people, the fact is that it is worrisome. Even 4.5 million, I should say, is quite a huge figure. And of course, in your report, you said at least 1 out of 45 Nigerians actually bear illicit arms. Were you able to find out where these arms now might be coming from?
Yeah, the arms, like you know, maybe I will lead you further. The country with the largest quantity of small arms and light weapons in the whole world remains the Battered Republic of Afghanistan. Just for record. Then the Republic of Egypt maintains the highest quantity of, grenade. That is, yes, grenade. These are grenades in the whole world. You know, it has 6 million. So having said that, the small arms and light weapons, both those ones that are licit and the illicit, are coming from, most of them come from the Western world. For instance, going by our recent investigation, with respect to that subject matter, the subject matter under discussion, the 85% of them came from the United States of America. 95% of them came from members of the Permanent Security Council of the United Nations. The remaining 5% came from others like South Korea, North Korea, and Belgium, and a number of other countries, Germany, and things like that. So it's predominantly Western countries based. It has its origin from there. So quickly, having said that, we estimate credibly through our various investigations and researches that there exists between 711 and 800 million small arms and light weapons in the world, produced by about 1,000 companies. And most of them are located in the Western countries. So as for the route or the trading, you know, as you may know, there are three major sources of procuring these arms. You know, one is that those between the states, that is interstate transaction in small arms and light weapons. You know, is facilitated. It's called licit trading. That is, for instance, at Nigeria buys small arms and light weapons from. It's not a hidden issue from U.S., from Britain, from France, and things like that. It's there. For illicit ones, that is ones that are traded through non-state actor processes or are traded through middlemen, one, and two direct shipments. For instance, South Africa remains the only country in Africa with the highest number of military firms and the corporations that are involved in that serve as middlemen or middle people or persons between the manufacturers and the end consumers. So that is the thing. That is true. And again, you also have, quickly, you have other sources. For instance, some of these weapons, for instance, Libya today is presently one of the destinations of these small arms. You know, the small arms are imported from smuggled into Nigeria from Libya through Chad and things like that. You also have those ones from Sierra Leone, all these former war-stricken countries, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and what have you. There are also those of them that are traded by what we call profiteers of violence. You know, they are exported, smuggled into the country from Cotonou in Benin Republic, Lomé in Togo, Ghana, and what have you, and sold in a number of markets, including Onitsha market, Aba market, Lagos market, Maiduguri, Borno, and Kano. These are the destinations. And of course, as you know, Nigeria has 4 transnational highways. And all these small arms and light weapons are being traded illicitly through all these 4 transnational highways that are highly porous. So these are how these small arms and small light weapons are smuggled. Let's use the word smuggled when you talk of illicit trading, but imported when you talk of state trading, state-to-state trading. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Omagbalasi, thank you very much for joining us on the program, and thank you very much for your wonderful contributions. We really appreciate. All right, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be discussing something else. Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on DEJI360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.